In Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out.
Mazes and monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Welcome to the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master, Ben, and we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 22 of our fourth campaign together. And joining me, I have Bodhi as Durian.
A tough lost orc. Finally, out of the Feywild.
Chris as Edward.
Just a lost man who's trying to find his way and where he's supposed to be, who's also a werewolf, by the way.
Joel as Peter.
Halfling sorcerer, your friend in the dark.
And Jason as Desperado.
Yeah, just the nimble elf paladin. I found my brother, and now I want to help my friend Durian find his family.
And tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era. When we last
Still
left
trying
off,
to find the field. I don't know.
You guys made it back to Riverside. You decided to set free the souls of the those who were meant to be undead by conveying them to the river, to the mother, so that they may find the afterlife that they're worthy of. And so when you return to Riverside, you reunited with Sokel, gained some information, and we kind of just left off there. We can pick up at Riverside, and I know some of you have told me some things you have in mind as far as what you want to accomplish here, and we'll just kind of approach this as though time is kind of fluid, and we'll just see what happens here.
So speaking of that, I've been thinking about, after you mentioned about the downtime and stuff, I think if Edward had some time, he would want to maybe try to do a little digging to see if he could figure out the name of the archfey that trapped him in the Feywild.
Nice.
Maybe try to do some asking around. He doesn't remember, he never got a name. He never doesn't remember much about it except for what they looked like and that sort of thing. So, he doesn't have much to go off of, but I might just try to see if he could find a lead on it.
Was that archfey responsible for Edward's curse as far as
No. He seeked out the archfey to try to rid himself of the curse.
Okay, but had no connection with the original curse.
No. He put himself in that situation with the archfey.
So with the archfey, you might be seeking some sort of vengeance, retribution for having.
Yeah, because the archfey told him that he was going to heal him, and then he gave him an impossible task and trapped him there for thousands of years. So he's a little perturbed about that.
Right. I see. Okay.
You don't have to answer anything right here on the spot, because I know I literally just thought about this today, and I meant to message you about it earlier, but
no problem. And you guys have successfully rescued Kevin from the Feywild, and he wishes to remain anonymous and plans to use Sokel's temple to his advantage.
Very good. Yeah. We can keep that secret as well. Especially because we know that the ATK are here and they're not very bonded to him right now for some reason.
Right. And although the ATK do appear, to have some issues as far as corruption, they do revere the power trio. And so they, respect Sokel's sovereignty within the temple. As you guys, do venture out to the city, you notice that the ATK have commandeered a lot of the shops and homes within the city because they have a large and substantial force now gathered at Riverside.
Oh, so a lot of the townsfolk that we might have connected with may be displaced.
Yes, you notice that Athena's apothecary is still at hand, still in town, and some of the others have been driven out to the perimeter, the edge of town, where a lot of the refugees were camping, and a lot of them have made their own camps, basically shoreside at the river.
Right on.
As you guys, come to and from the temple, Sokel is happy to have you, and she explains that the mother has told her of your good deeds and grants her blessings to you. So if you guys drink running water, like a spring, a river, even from the sea, then that will remove 1 level of exhaustion or allow you to regain 1 spent hit die.
Nice.
I will take a sip of that.
Sure, and that's something that you can take advantage of in the nature, throughout your journeys. If there's running water and you have exhaustion or need to regain more hit dice, you can do that once daily.
Cool, okay.
Okay. Good to know.
That is very good to know.
I'm trying to pull up my messages from Jason. Jason, I know that you were interested in exploring some different ideas.
Yeah, not particularly married to anything, just whatever might fit in then with what you had planned.
Sure. So if anybody has any tasks or information they wish to gather, this would be the time to express that intent. I would have Commander Hawkins come back to you, Durian, after several days. You had lent a valuable family heirloom, a book, to Commander Hawkins. And he explains to you, first of all, he approaches and says, Durian, I have something for you, like I promised.
Oh?
And gives you a well-crafted axe.
Ooh, I grab it and I whistle. I turn it over, I look at it, and I feel the tip of the blade, see if it's sharp or if I need to sharpen it at all on a whetstone.
Be careful, if that blade senses your blood, it takes on an entirely new danger.
Huh?
And he explains that when you strike a creature that is bloodied, you can expend a charge from the weapon to deal additional damage. And this is a +1 great axe.
You gave. So this is cursed because it senses my blood. I mean, it's cool. I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. I didn't know you had a cursed great axe laying it around, but thank you very much. This will get a lot of use, I assure you.
I had some coins stashed away. and I do owe you for returning my heirloom to me. But what I really wanted to talk to you about is this book. It speaks of an oath taken by your father.
Oh.
One that gave him great power, but an oath that he ultimately did not fulfill. The same oath was taken by his father and his father before him, and so on for many generations. Its power has rooted itself in you as well. And I have seen you in action. It might be what gives you such strength in combat. This book, it speaks of a powerful warrior, a dragon watcher. Have you heard of that?
Can I roll a history check to see if I've, like, heard of this legend?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Let me look around the old noggin.
I got an 11.
I mean, dragons are dangerous, so I know like a little bit about which ones to kind of fear a lot more than the others. I don't know about a guy who watches them. That's a bit weird.
Well, he cared for one of your ancestors, and he raised him as his son. The son was called Dismas, and he was murdered in an act of irrational hatred. The Dragon Watcher was called Reynold.
Irrational.
And Reynold's love for Dismas ultimately served as the impetus for the greatness he would achieve. Most knowledge of Reynold has been lost to time, but he played a very important role in the world of dragons and their politics. He also defeated an ancient terror called Bedrigger, and in doing so, he changed the course of our world. He also helped Lunar, who is now the moon and who was the light for centuries, ascend to power. And so your father and your bloodline going back generations have dedicated themselves to restoring glory to the name of Reynold, to finding the tomb of the Dragon Watcher. They speak of creating a shrine there so that Reynold may join his rightful place in the pantheon.
So I have an uncle in the sense that like your dad has a friend that's not related to you, but like they're very close. In that same sense, my uncle is the moon?
Yes.
Oh.
In
Well,
some sense.
that's a yeah. I'm gonna need to sit down and process. Did you like Did you just? Do you have this written down somewhere, or am I gonna have to start like taking notes?
Sure, you can have my notes.
Thank you. This is means a lot, Kevin.
I know it's a lot to take in, but I think it's important for you to consider.
He said something about an oath that they took. Can I look through his notes and see if it's like a spoken word, if there's like a ritual for some sense that you have to do when you do it, like face the sun as you say it, or face the moon and you declare your like loyalty? Is it like some weird circumstance that I have to fulfill to like take this oath, or is it already a part of me, just bloodline, in a bloodline sense?
When the oath was taken again by your father, but in some sense he was already bound to it, is what the book seemed to say. So in some sense, I feel that you are already bound to this oath as well.
Bloodbound.
All right. I guess I praise the light. I don't know. I praise dragons. I praise dragons. Dragons are cool. You know? I guess I'm cool with dragons now.
Reynold was not a dragon, but
he
did have power over them.
Well, he wasn't a dragon, but I guess I don't know. I guess nothing's known about him. So I'm a family of tomb raiders. Kinda. All right. Thank you, Kevin. This has been incredibly informative and very, very nice to hear that I don't have to go pay a wizard across the sea to go do this for me, because that would have sucked and taken a lot of money that I don't have. I thank you a lot. If you considered any sort of debt that you had towards me, you can say that's clean right now. You helped me read when I was a young kid, and now you're helping me understand my family. So I'm pretty much just going to be an ally for you at this point, you know? If I wasn't already, it's like cemented. Like we're very, very
you have
cool.
such a way with words. I've always thought of us as friends.
Yeah, I mean, I went through a lot to get you from that little queen lady in that messed up forest land, but totally worth it, 100%. Very good choice I made. Big ups.
Yes, well done, Durian.
I'm just gonna take these notes and I'm just gonna go sit next to the river and just like stare into it.
Okay.
Like,
very good.
Durian's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, I should put it down. Thank you.
Peter. As you're one of these days, within the first 10 day, you find yourself walking perhaps to or from the temple or in town on some errand. And you hear a familiar voice call to you from behind some barrels. Peter! Over here.
See anyone?
You see Anfer, one of your fellow halflings. You recognize him from the halfling village in the Feywild.
Way to the side. See you.
Here you, bud.
Yes, I'm sure that you can forgive me, Peter. I feel terrible for turning you away when you needed our help, but we have been trying to escape the Queen's hunters, and we could not risk giving up our location.
Small matter. What is my life for? Companions.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you feel that way. Actually, the reason I come here is twofold. One, to give you a gift on behalf of us, your brothers. And he gives you a ring. This ring will call us to your aid should you need that help, and we'll fight on your behalf, but it will only keep us on this plane for a short time. So, be careful with your use of it.
Thank you.
Not only that, I have a request. It seems that you mean to stay in this realm.
Now it's Queen expands her domain into dangerous creatures.
Well, with the city caught in the chaos of the Queen and all of the other forces striving to gain control, perhaps you can find us a place within the city, a source for our own, for our people.
What you're giving me is not a small and big task, but I'll keep my ears open.
Yes. And, of course, if you find such a place and you must fight for it, then call us and we will come. Just use the ring.
Ready for my call.
And he looks about nervously and excuses himself, leaving.
I'm gonna take a look at the ring. Is there anything like special about it, or does it just look like a regular band?
Of course, I'm tempted to describe the One Ring, but
the
There's
campaign
something
takes,
written on it.
Invisible when I wear it.
it takes a very sudden
Do I
like
suddenly-
left turn.
It's like
more
some form of
powerful.
Elvish. I'm not sure.
Desperado, could you read this? Oh yeah.
there, you see etched in it 3 small figures, like humans or people. Assuming that these are the 3 halflings that the ring will summon at your request.
I'll put it on underneath the gloves.
It seems to be made of gold. Desperado, what did you have in mind for your time spent here in Riverside?
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to see if I could connect with some of the elves that are like Gwynistry loyalists to maybe pass along some of what we learned while we were in the Feywild. And then I would like to try and, although this may not apply in this situation so much right now, but given that Durian was with me and helping me find Silverado, I would like to try and help him find information that he's looking for his family.
Very good.
There's a lot of visitors. There's a lot of new people, new voices and new eyes in Riverside since we've been in. People, drunks like to talk, so I thought I might spend some time socializing with locals and maybe even getting some information out of them about what the ATK is up to, and just trying to learn as much about what's going on, because we haven't really traveled much outside Riverside, and I've not from this area in general, that it might be a good time to learn a little bit more about where we're traveling, because we're going to be traveling, I think, into the city at some point.
In regards to the Nyx Dryadalis, the Queen's Loyalists, you learned that much of the territory they held in the city they have forfeit, and they're seeking power in the freshly revealed sources beneath the mountain, in the crater that was left by the lifted mountain, by the raised mountain. However, there is one source that, as you're talking with soldiers at the Black Onyx, they even stay away from a place called Chantia's Bean Garden, and they say that it is maintained by Gwynistry's loyalists, but it is also haunted by souls of their opposition and their departed. And so this is essentially, a large cordoned off garden with a very large bean coffee tree in the center of it, sacred tree. And archers watch from the high wall. These would be Gwynistry's loyalists, and they forbid any from coming near enough to enter. And the rumor is that they guard the gate there to prevent their undead brethren from escaping.
Okay, so if is there any information about there must be a way to get in. I just need to get to a point where I can prove that I am not one of the Fey Queen's loyalists, and that I of the material realm, that maybe I might be able to get an audience with them. Is there a way or a method that anyone is aware of getting in, or perhaps, yeah, basically that, is there a way of getting past or getting through that might be known?
They explain that archers keep watch from atop the walls constantly, and they do not just fire upon whatever moves. So perhaps you could approach them in some way and call out to them.
Okay. They're not just shooting anything on sight.
Sure, as long as that thing or person doesn't come too close to the walls of the bean garden.
And the soldiers I'm spending my time with, I'll make sure that I'm paying for their drinks and keeping their flagons full. Leading them in elvish drinking songs, and keep the mood light. We don't get a lot of chance to be to lighten up, so to speak. So when I get those chances, part of the oath I took is to breathe life into those around me as well. So I would try and lighten the mood and bring up the morale of those that I can.
Sure. And as you do this, some of their tongues begin to loosen. They become more friendly with you, and you learn that the main focus of the ATK's army right now is twofold. First, to maintain the positions that they have within the city, such as their outposts, for the purpose of striking when opportunity arises. They are expecting a power vacuum when the mountain is taken, and they're preparing for that contingent. Secondly, to capture the freshly revealed sources beneath the floating mountain. Rather than simply wait, the ATK keeps busy striving to gain a foothold there beneath the floating mountain. And you hear of discontent with Krim's command. He seems to ask too much of the men. Even when they are able to gain control of a source, the Bugaisha or sometimes even giants come in quickly after and retake the territory that was just gained. So it seems as though these missions or expeditions that Krim is sending out do not have enough troops, enough power to maintain the grounds that they're taking. And so they keep getting overthrown in the crater beneath the mountain.
And they're speaking about this the mountain being taken like it's an inevitability, and they're not trying to stop I guess it would be Lady Jude's forces, or even the Bugaisha and the giants. They're not trying to stop what's going to happen. They're just preparing for the inevitable.
You get the sense that they seem to think that interfering with the capture of the mountain is beyond their abilities. It requiring great magic to travel to the mountain, in any large force. And so, while they hope that Gwynestre's loyalists can reclaim it, they have almost surrendered to the idea that either Lady Jude or the giants will end up taking the mountain from the region.
Well, they don't have any animosity against Gwynestre's the elves of this realm trying to take it back. They're not fighting against the elves.
Well, it does seem that they do hold some resentment for the elves, because they both strive for the sources in the crater beneath the mountain. And so while they're not openly hostile, perhaps, in passing, they do share the same objective, and that objective can only be solved in most cases with violence.
They're both basically trying to maintain some sense of a foothold of their own for their own control, and unfortunately, the areas that they can do are they both have the same targets.
That's right.
And in doing this, I don't think I would share much information about our endeavors or what we've traveled along, but I'll just sympathize. I'd sympathize greatly with their, they're probably a long way from home. Their home is further away than even my home is, and I'm a long way from home. Just trying to sympathize with them, and as much as I can, like, lift up their spirits. And I mean, we seem to be fighting the same cause. Just try and and maintain try and keep a positive image of ourselves, because I don't want to seem like we're troublemakers, because there's a lot of them and few of us, and I wouldn't want any word of what we were doing to get to their commander. So I probably wouldn't share too many big details of what we're trying to do, but just try to portray that we're allies. And then I'll just I could see probably spending like a few evenings doing this, Ben. Man, how long we're there? Like I could see, because they probably have things that they do during the day, and then they kind of come back and let loose, so to speak. I could see it being that sort of thing where I kind of meet up with different groups as the days go on.
Sure. I mean, you find that Little John has a shortage of liquor. Mostly because the ATK seem to run up their tabs and rarely settle. He explains that they pissed off his boys at Dark Arkham and intercepted a couple of shipments. And now he has a guy in town making cherry wine, but it's so tart that nobody wants to drink it. And anytime he orders sugar from Planter, the ATK steals it.
Wow. Okay. I'm not sure if in learning that, if I'd have any, I'm not sure that I'd have any sway, but if I did, I might try and plant the seed with some of the soldiers I'm speaking with, that, if they were able to settle up some of their bills, that Little John might be able to fuel the stocks and kind of keep the party going for them if they were. It's tough times, but I don't want to ruffle feathers with the soldiers.
Sure.
I just like subtle comments, like, man, if we could get some good stuff around here, and maybe that's something my friends and I can keep an eye on as we're traveling about. I know we've had some bad run-ins with the ATK soldiers as well, so I'll try and keep up a good image.
In respect to the undead forces of the Bugaisha, Sokel explains that their souls have been captured by one who was called Shah Karn, and he uses their anguish to feed his ego. He gains power through souls who have voided their worldly forms. And so, as they're used by the Bugaisha and by Hideo and the Master, they honor Shah Karn.
Do we get a sense of what the sort of like the org structure is within the that sort of group? Because there's between the Master and Hideo, and then this gentleman.
Sure.
Because we were really impressed that the master is kind of at the top of the chain, but maybe that's not the case.
Sure. The master seems to serve Shah Karn, and the katana is the chosen weapon of Shah Karn. Shah Karn journeyed with the power trio in ages past, but their paths diverged, and he went down a dark path as the three of them, chose to honor and save the realm and the people. So he's a very powerful entity. Not as powerful as the original trio, but a powerful deity nonetheless. And of course, the gods, are only as powerful as the tribute that is given to them, or whoever, how powerful their following is. So as the Bugai Shah gain power within the city, so Shah Karn's influence will also increase.
Right.
He is known for having betrayed the power trio at a critical moment.
So we might want to avoid him for the time, guys. What's Bodhi thinking? Sorry, Bodhi. I'm reading your face, and you've got like.
I'm trying to think of me personally, who that could be, and then you said betrayed in a critical moment, and that does not narrow it down at all.
Oh, he means like Therazessa, Dunsmuir, and Brahms.
Oh, okay.
Right,
that makes
right.
a lot more sense. Okay.
I thought that at first too. I was like, I don't remember
what?
an NPC. Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Your guys' trio would be referred to as the Trident.
Okay, all right.
From the past campaign. Right.
Yeah.
Eric Earlsdottir, Rowan/Vincent, and Silverado.
The last living member.
Mm-hmm.
Through through the different evenings, your sleep is interrupted by violent dreams, terrible nightmares. They seem to disrupt your sleep almost like the tremors of an earthquake. Your dreams are...
Is all of us, Ben? Sorry?
Yes, yeah.
Right, cool.
And these dreams are typically come back to the same concept of being buried and clawing your way out, or of being restrained by shackles and breaking the chains.
I wonder why.
Marine just assumes it's PTSD from the dungeon that they ran through, where they lost Cyrus and Scuzz. He's like, yeah, no, that's claustrophobia, chained up. That makes sense. Nothing weird with that.
You hear mutterings and people speaking of these dreams and nightmares on the street as well. It seems to be affecting the entire city.
Oh, that's a lot worse.
So within this 10-day, Chris, Edward.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
On one occasion, night falls as Shogr leaves the sky, but then a silver light spills upon the ground. It falls between the trees and lays there on the grass like a pale sheet. And as you follow this trail of spilling light, you see a silvery luminescence drifting slowly across the sky.
Okay.
And your limbs begin to tingle. You feel the change coming upon you. You lose control, and the moon turns you into your beast self. In the time that you come from, there was no moon, so this is a new experience for you altogether.
Oh, Crap, you're right. That's fun. Okay.
As the moon turns you, as I said, you lose control, and the night becomes a blur of fire and iron and blood. You awaken in a forest clearing. Your hair is matted with blood, your clothes are torn and blood-stained, and there are people laying dead upon the ground. Large gashes you recognize as your claw marks.
Okay. So as Edward comes to, he doesn't notice the bodies around him immediately because he's got a pounding headache. He just feels disoriented. And he opens his eyes and sees, a canopy of trees above him. He's just very out of it. And then oh jeez. Sorry, one sec here.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Of course, this is when they get back.
If you need to go, that's fine.
No, it's okay. It's all right there. But then he looks around and he sees the carnage around him and the claw marks and everything, and he's like, no, and he looks, and his hands, he still has, blood on his hands, caked on there from it, and he screams, and he has a complete breakdown right there in the middle of his handiwork, as it were. He is sobbing, pounding on the ground, just absolutely, for like 20 minutes, just loses it.
You hear a voice from the tree line. It's all right, it's all right. It's good to have you back.
Do I recognize this voice as maybe someone I have spoken to before?
It sounds oddly familiar, but from a long time ago.
I'm gonna take a look around. Very, just quick look around me. Take a sniff to the air and see if I can determine where this whomever is.
Yes, you see a shadowy figure in the tree line.
You there? I just woke up here. I don't know what happened to them. But I don't. Is there a cleric near, or a healer of some sort? It might not be too late. I might have some coin. We could try to. Is that
Edward? It is too late, I'm afraid.
That's you, isn't it?
You had a busy night last night. The terror was tantalizing.
You were supposed to help me. And you left me stranded. Captured me. For what? Amusement? Was it fun for you?
You're like the bishop left pinned and forgotten on the corner of the game board. You are my secret weapon. My sleeping bishop.
I am not a weapon. I'm a man. And I've had enough of that taken from me as it is. And you are not going to turn me into a tool for you to utilize. I lost almost everything when I came to you, and I lost everything else that I had because of you. I will not be your weapon. I will not serve you. You speak to me of that again, and you'll end up just like these other ones on the ground.
By your actions, by the terror you spread, you serve me, willingly or not. And you will have your reward. You will gain things. You will get things back, Edward. All is not lost. And you have my thanks. Of course.
Oh, fantastic. I've appeased you. How wonderful for me.
Well, I've not only taken, I've also given you something while you slept. I think it suits you well. When you change the next time, you will inflict a terror upon all who witness it. Lest they have seen you do that before. I think it might
You realize that I already have that effect on people who haven't seen it before.
Yes, but I think it will now be somewhat more of a more powerful feeling.
I don't want your boons. You are a monster. I want nothing to do with you.
It has already been given, Edward.
So I left your little trap. I played your little game. Please, do not want to see or speak to you again. Please leave me be. I know you are powerful, and I know that my threats of physical harm to you are empty. I am very aware that you could strike me down in an instant if you wished.
Oh, I'm not so sure. You seem to have gained quite a bit of power, and...
Please, leave me be.
As you wish, and I will clean up your mess. But you will see me again the next time that the craze takes you. Goodbye for now.
Edward just turns and walks towards back towards town.
Okay.
When he gets there, he wants to seek out his he's going to immediately try to seek out his friends.
Sure, you guys can find each other in the Black Onyx.
Come in and find you. Desperado. Are the others here as well? I need to speak with all of you, please. Yeah. It's very important.
Yeah, they're all here. I think Darian might just getting some drinks, but yeah, we were all here. Peter, okay. I mean Peter hides. He's just small.
Hey. Okay. Yes. In the room, please. And
what's going on? He's got like a mug.
We need to speak in private.
Oh, all right, yeah, sure. I guess I'll take these with me then. And
what you guys don't know is that I keep hiding because I'm shy.
Oh, he's back there like,
he's teeny tiny.
He's just a little guy. Peter, I know you're here somewhere. Please come with us.
He always shows up when he's needed.
He's just a little guy.
He's always behind Dorian. You always miss it.
I don't know where he is. I gotta look around. I can never find him.
Little John has kept the room for you as promised.
Ah.
All right. So we'll go in the room. I'm gonna close the door. Turn around and tell everybody, say, something happened last night. And something maybe far worse happened this morning. And I owe it to all of you to let you know. When I received this curse, it cost me just about everything. I had a family, left me. I was banished from my village. Just everything was lost. I seeked help from anyone who I could give it to, who I could receive it from, excuse me. And that included making what I know now, and I even knew then, was a very foolish choice of seeking the aid of an archfey. Doing so, I was, as you all know, trapped in the caves. Last night, I took a walk in the moonlight. I have not seen the moon. It's amazing. Wasn't there the last time I saw the sky. But something about it overtook me. And I transformed like I always do within combat, but this was different. It was... I had no control over it. I blacked out. And I awoke in the morning to find myself surrounded by what I can only dreadfully assume are several corpses of innocent people.
Oh.
Yes. I'm telling
Are
you
they
this.
still there?
Well,
Several.
what was it? It was like, what was it? You said like 3 or 4 bodies? How many
Yes.
were there?
Yes.
It was 3, maybe 4. The carnage was so severe, honestly, I'm not sure where one ended and the other began. But I then ran into the Archfey, who apparently has been watching me and was referring to me as a weapon and talked of me as if he owns me and carries some sort of power over me. I don't know what that means. I told him to leave me be, and he did. But he did say that he would see me again. I don't know what to do.
And I'm gonna start like prodding and poking you and trying to see if you have some kind of mark on you.
I fully surrender to that. I allow the complete and total search of my entire body.
Why?
But not in a weird way.
Peter, put the gloves away.
Peter, you know, we can just ask our friend Edward. I'm sure he's willing to share anything that you might be looking for. You don't need to.
Does he have like a tramp stamp on his butt? Like,
It's honestly, Desperado, it's all right. Until I left that cave, my brain was such a fog. I've literally only spent the last few days pondering over this. So even something that you might think would be the most obvious thing to look for, I very well may have not thought of it over all of these thousands of years.
I'm checking everywhere, Ben. I'm like pulling his tongue up so I can check underneath. Like, yeah.
I'm looking through his ears.
In the eyelids, like
it's fine.
I'm just watching behind to make sure no one comes in the room while this is happening.
Does he have like a lip tattoo? Like,
it says no fear. No.
That's kind of sick. Wow.
There don't seem to be any such markings on Edward.
Does it? Edward, when you, we've seen you do it a few times when you fought. When you scratch yourself, and then you seem to be a bit more powerful. Is it like always one area that you do it to, or is it just like kind of wherever is accessible at the moment?
Well, I mean, as you've seen, I usually will do it across the chest, because it's easily accessible with the claw, and also, I mean, be fair, it's a good intimidation tactic when you're about to fight someone and you cut yourself across the chest to make them watch. They don't like to see that. But I don't believe that it has, because that the power in my blood is not it causes my lycanthropy, but it's not directly tied to it. I could take a blade and cut myself with it and power a weapon in a similar fashion.
You could do it now. You don't have to be.
Yes, I could do it right now.
Okay.
Without being in that form. I can only grant it to my own physical attacks, my own hands in that form, because I need the claws to draw the blood.
I'm gonna look at his chest where he has scratched himself like a bunch of times. I'm assuming there's tons of scar tissue.
Oh, it's scraped and scarred real good, yeah.
Is there any sort of like pattern or like marking that is being made from these lines that he's scratched into himself that seem to be like a glyph or like a rune of some sort? Because if it's self-induced and it's just like something you go deeper and deeper into, the more you use the power to, like, you know, it's like a self-fulfilling cycle, it's a spiral. Is it something that
there doesn't seem to be any pattern or anything like that to it?
And the wounds heal after a while.
Guys,
not,
if you
your self-inflicted wound, there's no trace of it on your, like, you're able to heal those there's no scar, there's no.
It heals just like any other cut or scrape from another weapon or anything else would do. It just the contact of my own blood with the weapon itself is what the curse. It's a blood curse. It is my physical, actual blood that carries the curse. So I'm able to imbue that into a blade or weapon.
You said that you saw the moon for pretty much the first time, right? You haven't seen it before, and
and something about it
forcefully shifted.
Not only did I forcefully shift, but the last thing I remember is the beginning of my transformation. And then I woke up.
Do you think that this guy who is following you and watching you did that as kind of like a cover-up? Like, it wasn't the moon, it was him. He just did it at an opportune moment where he made you think that it was the moon, or?
I mean, it's hard to say. He is an archfey, and he is very tricksome. And that means that it is equally likely that he did that, as it is likely that he saw an opportunity to present himself in a way that would give control over me.
It's currently daytime.
They're very powerful,
right?
And also very resourceful. So it's perhaps tomorrow night, chain me up, take me outside, see what happens.
Then Edward, what would you want to do?
I apologize, just to interject real quickly. On Gira now there is a 10-day moon, so once every 10 days there is a moon.
Next 10 day.
Yeah, very good.
Edward, what would you want to do? And how could we help you do that? Whether could we? Is there ways of having this curse lifted, or is there some sort of task that this Fae has bestowed that they will release you once it is fulfilled? Something achievable, not like the one that you were tricked into.
Well, I haven't thought about it all the way through yet, but in asking the question, Desperado, there is a singular answer that comes to my mind is what I want to do with this. And I have to be very careful about how I choose my words, because I'm sure that he is listening. And in knowing that he is listening, I will say to you that I want to kill that archfey and unmake everything he's ever done. I want to erase his name from existence. I want to burn him from this land. I don't know if my curse is reversible or not. I was never able to turn up any leads. If that is a possibility, that would be wonderful, but perhaps I could utilize it at least for some good in this world and rid it of the scourge of those who would take advantage of someone so desperate.
And in doing this would prevent them from putting another curse like yours on anyone else.
Correct.
I would see this as a valiant quest, and I would pledge myself to help you with this as much as I can, as you have helped us.
I don't know. Taking on an archfey is a lot. This might be a hefty ask, but
it is possible.
I do also want to test out the moon in the next 10 days as well, though, because it's concerning to me. The one thing that I had is at least I had this under control. I had it under my control. But I don't like not controlling it. So I need to know what it was that caused me to lose control, if it was him or if it was the moon, so that we can work around that.
Before that, we have a bigger concern: 4 corpses that need to disappear.
He did say that he was going to clean up the mess for me, and I'm assuming I am no longer caked in blood, because somebody would have reacted to that.
You could have removed most of the blood, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Before going into public, I imagine. Yeah.
He said he was going to clean up the mess for me. I was upset and frustrated and in the moment and scared and was feeling so many things that I just turned and walked away. I didn't even look back to see. Perhaps we should go back to the location.
That would be a good idea, because we should at least send them to the mother so that they are not added to the master's army and this other Shakar. Yeah, we do not need to empower our foes anymore.
Please.
And also to in your protection, to remove any other evidence that may link back to you. Unfortunately, my friend.
You are more patient and understanding than I deserve.
When you've seen the things that my friend Durian and I have seen,
it's been
there
bad.
There are things bigger than us going on in this realm, and
It was like murderers and fiends you killed, right? Like,
I don't know.
Now, you brought up the moon, and so I got a few questions. Before everything that happened, before you were cursed or what have you, you said that there was no moon. Like, it didn't exist, it wasn't in the sky at all.
Correct.
So
it was before Lunar made his ascension. That's Lunar. It was the you said the moon is like, is he your uncle or something? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mind has been.
I didn't want to brag, but I'm kind of related to the moon. You know, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm sorry this happened to you. I'll try to talk to him. Maybe, make that not happen anymore. I can't promise anything. But was there any like notable heroes that reached your village when you were just like a normal man? Was there any like big like tales or legends or anything like that was like going on? Were you also in a time of crisis?
Not that I recall, no. At my village? I mean, it was a crisis after I received the curse. As I said, my family disowned me. My wife took the children. She left. I was forced out of the village. So that part was terrible. But before that, it's amazing. It was wonderful.
So no like world-ending threat or big evil person. Life was just cool.
What was there anything going on at that period, Ben?
It was a prosperous time. I'm trying to scour my notes here. It was generally a prosperous, peaceful time when Shogor had reclaimed power. Perhaps the most prosperous era of the world of Gira.
No, the world was nothing like it is today. It was peaceful. It was wonderful. I mean, it wasn't utopia. There were bandits and things like that, and traveling was dangerous, and of course there was crime, there were thievery and things of the sort, but not overtly prevalent, and there certainly were no large world-ending threats or massive worldwide destruction that has
floating mountains or
clearly been happening since then.
Does the name, and this is for all of you, does the name Reynald mean anything to anybody at all? Just rack your brains real quick. Any sort of memories or like...
Not for myself. I'm sorry, my friend. No,
nothing. No,
I'm not from this realm either. I'm not from this area. I'm farther south, and the endeavors of men don't really travel into my lands much that I would know.
All I know is he's really, really, really old, and used to like stop the bickering between dragons. He was called the Dragon Watcher. So I don't know if he just sat there and just like watched them, or if he said he did like some political stuff.
I think I was.
Anything, Edward? You're the oldest man here.
Edward is from before Reynald's time, right? I'm forgetting where
as
Edward
Ben checks his notes.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, I have discrepancies in my timeline. That is not helpful.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
That rings a bell from something you said earlier, Chris. You're you spent thousands of years in that cave, which seemed just like hours or days, but.
So I have Reynald and the Dragon Watchers from the Age of Immigration, which is like minus 11,000. And then there were the Days of Darkness after Shogor was betrayed and defeated by Locriana, who had been corrupted by Bedrieger in the last campaign.
Right.
And at that time, Bahamut's army was easily defeated. Then there were the Days of Darkness. That's when I have essentially Reynald, retrieving Zymor's parlance, the mantle, and the crown of the Dragon Watcher. And then assisted by Pickrell and Lunar, took back Dragon's Deep by slaying the spirits of Kundriog and Shinduris, who were corrupted by Bedrieger. Then there were the years of the Silver Light, when Lunar served as the sun in place of Shogor. But that power was abdicated, back to Shogor for the Age of Light and Creation, and then that is when Edward would have come about. But that is, a couple thousand years after. So I think if any of your group had heard of Reynald, it may have been Edward, if he was, aware of ancient history.
I mean, the name sounds familiar from some old children's tales and stuff of like adventurers past sort of thing, but it was from well before my time even then. And
that guy's old.
I don't remember much of it. Like, again, just a children's story that my grandfather would tell me sometimes, and even he barely remembered it.
Well, right. In terms of your curse, we're kind of cool with the water lady, the mother. She likes us, so maybe that's got some favor in your corner. I imagine she wouldn't want you murdering people, and
being mean. I'm sure she would like the
I would agree
opposite of
with her on
that.
that.
I don't know. We could kill you and bring you back. That, we thought about that first, but we're in like a bad spot. But I mean, like, it's much calmer right now, so we could go get Sokel and some diamonds and fucking stab you a little bit, bring you back, see what happens.
Not entirely in keeping with taking out my friends. We've got enough foes to deal with, my friend Durian, that we need to keep our friends as they are. I think.
I just don't know if that'll, because the curse is carried in my blood. So if you kill me and bring me back, it's still the same blood pumping through the veins.
You want some of mine?
Don't you need it?
I said some, not all of it. I mean,
I can't have some blood. I would need all of it.
I mean, I got special blood. Nothing too crazy.
Do you know how to exchange blood with someone?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just give it to you. You drink it or something. I don't know.
No, those are vampires. I am a lycanthrope.
No, I cut the palm.
That's actually very
cut the
offensive.
palm, and then we shake hands. It mixes up around. Maybe I become a lycanthrope. Who knows?
You're thinking of blood brothers, Durian. That is more
you are
ceremonial
far
thing.
more likely to become cursed than I am to get rid of mine.
He makes a good point. Yeah, I can't help but think that maybe again the Lady Gwynistry, if we were able to restore her to her power, that she might be able to help with something like this. The Fae Queen kind of joked about your curse a little bit. I wonder if they are in parallel of power. I wonder that she might be able to help with it as well, or perhaps empower us closer to finding your this Archfey and meeting him.
Yes. Yeah. Those both sound like fantastic starting points. I love those plans.
Do you remember what he looks like?
I do.
He's you could describe him for me. Maybe I can create a form of illusion until it looks
he's
close enough.
He's an archfey, so I suppose he has many forms, but he typically presents, when I've met him, he's presented as a satyr. He's an average build for a satyr, sort of a curly mop top of hair, very handsome man, and very poetic and
flowery.
Yeah, very, very charming.
How does he dress?
Nice, simple clothing, but very nice, well kept, well put together. He usually has a fiddle with him as well.
I'm gonna try to use like a minor illusion to create like a still image of it.
Okay.
Maybe that'll allow us to like look at who he is, get some more information on
it.
Well, he has a beard as well, matches the red hair.
Peter, you may have seen this character frequent Lady Jude's court.
Sounds familiar.
Yes, but he seems to have something of disdain for what would transpire there. Feeling that too many were made too welcome there. He had an air about him as though he.
Is he an archfey, like racist, like supremacist?
In a sense, he thought that the Feywild should remain wild, so to speak.
Okay, got it. He probably does not like halflings, except on his dish, right?
He loves halflings with gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, slow and low.
He has them for dinner all the time.
So basically, I described this character, and you're like, "Oh, this guy."
Yeah, he ate my cousin last week.
Last week?
I will be honest, my friends. I do not endeavor to travel back there anytime soon.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're gonna wait a little bit at least.
Do I know his name, Ben?
How does that be pronounced, Chris? Hiresome?
Yeah, I think so. Hiresome or Hearsome?
Hirsam? Yeah, probably Hirsam. Hyrsam.
Here's some curses
Here's
for you.
some, there's some. Everywhere some.
Yeah, Hearsome, the Prince of Fools.
We need to make him Gone Lots. Change his name. Sorry, I'm bad with jokes. Not my.
No, that was amazing, and I loved it.
Oh, merci. Thank you.
Since we know who he is now, I'll throw a picture of him up in there for you guys too.
And when I was doing my sort of nights of mingling, did I get a location of where this elven encampment? I mean, they mentioned they were talking about where that settlement is. Is it marked on your map somewhere? Is it?
Shantia's Bean Garden is number 9 on the map. It's near the farms on the left side of the map of the city.
Oh wow! Okay, cool. It's not as far as I thought it might be. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure. Yep.
And apologies if it's actually marked in the legend and I just didn't read.
No worries. It's all right.
Sure did. Yep, sure is right there. I could have just looked. Sorry.
That's all right. Not a problem.
Investigation fail.
Why don't we take a short break and reconvene at the hour?
Nice.
Sounds good. Awesome.
Sound of a hammer striking an anvil echoes across the room as Cyrus Hammerhand steps forward. Sturdy boots heavy against the stone floor. His broad, muscular frame is covered in soot, and the marks of countless hours at the forge. His gruff voice is steady, like the rhythmic pounding of a blacksmith.
Ah, so you're curious about me, eh? Name's Cyrus Hammerhand. I come from Mount Hammer, the finest mountain you'll ever lay your eyes on. Raised in the forge, you could say. My hands, these hands, aren't just for shaking or holding a mug. They were made for shaping, crafting, making something that'll last. For years, I worked the forge. Hammered steel, shaped the finest weapons and armors you could ever ask for. There was no finer craftsman in the mountain, and that's the truth. But somewhere along the way, I saw the world around me. I realized that the work I was doing, the tools, the weapons, the armor, it was all for the wrong reasons. The world was raging, just like the fires in my forge after a long day's work. People fighting over petty things, kingdoms crumbling, lives shattered. I knew I had to do something. Fixing the world needed more than just hammers and anvils. It needed hands, steady hands, to guide it back into balance. So I picked up my hammer, a different kind of tool, a holy symbol of Brahm, the true forger and my guide. I'm still a craftsman at heart, don't get me wrong, but now my craft is more than just metal. It's people. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. That's what I do. I fix things. I heal the wounds of the world, one hammer blow at a time, until it's whole again. And if you're ready to join me, well, there's always room for a few more hands in the forge.
Hey, yeah, how you doing? Scuzz is my name. I got a simple sort of life, sort of at the beginning. You know, I was born one of triplets, the youngest one. I got my brothers Scud and Skull. Pretty cool guys. Skull's a pretty tough fella. He's he's a tough guy. But Scud's cool though. He's a nice one. Anyway, Scud's always had the brains, and Skull always had sort of the brawn, and I was always sort of just like the other one. I've eventually sort of found my way though in our basic little goblin raiding clans is what the goblins do that can't really do much else of anything. So that's where I found myself, doing some little raids, a little pillaging here and there, until one day I found this lovely little deck of cards amongst some things. Dug through one of the cards, started looking at them, went to pluck one out, and this other goblin fella in the raid group, he snatched him out from me, and he pulled one of the cards out. You know, that card turned into a beautiful, like, magical sword. He started swinging it around, started acting all tough about it, and showing off and everything. And somebody else grabs another one of the cards. He pulls one out, and you know. But that one was weird though, because he pulled that one out, and this weird demon guy popped out and just smashed him, and then vanished. Strangest thing I ever saw. So I finally get the cards back. I pluck one out, and it just poof disappears out of nowhere. I felt this like weird sort of feeling in my brain, but like it didn't really do anything. And until later on that day, because for some reason I kept thinking to myself like something's weird about this, but I just too dang stupid to understand it. So I finally was just like, golly, I wish I knew what that thing was. And I wish I was just smart enough to understand how this magic stuff sort of works. And next thing I knew, it all made sense. I started seeing the weave, you know, the magical energy of the world, but like seeing as it functions, like mechanically, and I'm able to manipulate it in these different ways now. I don't know why that wish I made sort of came true, like a magical sort of thing. Anyway, so after that happened, I left the clan. I did a little time as a doing a little merchant shopping or a little merchant working, a little maintenance upkeep, things like that, and eventually found my way into adventuring. You know, there's a lot of money in there. A lot of people need things and do that sort of thing, and you sort of help people out a little bit. So that's what I do now. I'm for hire if you need me too, by the way.
I was with my pa in the woods, hunting for food on a long trip away from home. I was gored by a boar, and I was a little confused, and I was very sad. I took his book he scratched letters into, and so I could learn more about him. He didn't really talk a lot about anything. He was an orc of few words. I took his book, and I headed to find someone smart that could help me understand what all these letters mean and what words they make. Nobody seemed to understand or make sense of the scratches except a mage who was up and coming, and, you know, he seemed like he could help me understand what was going on here. He said he could cast a spell that would help me learn, but it costs a lot of money, and I didn't have any money. So I went to go north to the New World in search of knowledge or money, and the first place I got to was a nice farm run by a nice old couple, the Hopkins. The man of the farm who ran it, he would give me some of his free time when he had it to help me learn how to read Common, which was, you know, not what was in my father's book, as I learned later. But he couldn't give me all his time, so he had his son Kevin teach me. He was nice. He was pretty mean sometimes, but it was a good experience. Soon after, I left the farm to go wander and look for other orcs that, you know, that have been spotted, and then maybe I could learn from them. I got some help from a small little goblin named Glasses. I helped him out once when he's getting stomped by some orcs, and some other goblins, and I asked him if he's seen any other orcs running around, and he seemed to let me know whenever he was in the area. I met some okay people I went to go do some jobs with, and then I just stuck with them when all my leads ran empty. There was a dwarf, a goblin guy, and like a weird wood elf that spoke funny. We're cool.
So usually these sorts of stories begin with a young, jovial character thrust into a life-changing scenario, setting them on some kind of unplanned trajectory. But they aren't usually embarrassing or humiliating. Oh wait, my apologies. I should introduce myself first. I'm Desperado Phineas Theos, the third of my name, after my grandfather and my great-great-grandfather. My older brother, Silverado, you might have heard of him. He did some pretty great things for the people of Gira. He left some time ago, a few years ago now. Hasn't been heard from in quite a while. Our home, our village, sits within the redwood forest, just on the edge of Dunsmuir Lake. Anyway, Silverado's leaving home for me was really tough. I thought we'd be in the forest together forever, our families growing up together. But after he set off, I realized I needed to find my place in this world too. I just wasn't sure what that looked like. I wasn't sure what that might be. And my friends and I, we spent most of our time just messing around on the shores of the Dunsmuir, like any, young elf might do. When we weren't in school or training, that is. Usually these times on the lake were involved the weird games, always involved lots of wine. Not the junk from around here, the good stuff, good elven stuff. But on one sunny afternoon, everything kind of changed for me. It was a day like any other. It was sunny. It was nice. We were on the lake between swigs of wine, knots of the good bread. Wine was a bit off. We paid it no mind though. It didn't matter. But I'll never forget that giggling, cackling sound. It still haunts me. We were laying there with our dipping our toes in the water, staring at the sky. Those days when you're just trying to avoid the world and that's catching up to you. It was one of those times, all of a sudden I began to realize something was amiss, not quite right. I couldn't wiggle my toes, my fingers, I couldn't turn my head, I couldn't move my arms or legs. I wasn't quite sure what had happened. None of us could move, but we could see and we could hear quite well. I could hear really well. You know how they say when you lose one sense, all your other sense are heightened. They're very right. The dancing and the laughing and cackling sound all around us. I couldn't tell what they were. I found out later from my father they're called bogles, tricksy little fey creatures. Anyway, they took everything. They took everything from us: our food, our coins, our clothes, our dignity. By the time I could move again, they were gone. There was no trace of them. There we were on the shore of the Dunsmuir, naked, exposed, robbed, and humiliated. I promised myself I'd never let my guard down like that again, especially around fays. And after that experience, I took my training much more seriously. It opened my eyes to the world and the things that are around us. Nothing is as it seems in our world, and even in times of peace, things can change in an instant, it seems. After the thing with the boggles, I kind of developed this issue with others touching my food. I trained in the community kitchens and learned some really good elven cuisine. I became a pretty accomplished chef, But when I wasn't in the kitchens, instead of spending my time at the lake, I practiced with my bow and my blades. I'd hoped that I wouldn't ever need to use them, but I wanted to be prepared in the event that I did. And it was around that time that the lady in the lake came to me. Apparently, she'd been watching me. I had no idea, but the first time I saw her, she appeared as this regal elven maiden, wearing this fairly pristine sylvan plate mail. She talked to me about how she was ready to take on a champion, someone to carry on her mantle. She would spar with me, and she helped me hone my skills with my bow and my blade. She told me about how she was one of the protectors of my people long ago, a great knight. No idea. She fought in the great battle of the Redwood Forest, the one that gave Redwood its name. She was a real great warrior, and she fought bravely in that battle. She'd eventually fall, but Dunsmuir favored her, and her spirit lives on in the lake. She watches over our kin and in service of him in Dunsmuir. She asked if I could prove my worth. She would empower me to do great things. She asked me to seek out one of Dunsmuir's most faithful followers, my brother, actually, Silverado. She says he's lost but not gone, and that's what brings me here. My new blessed sword is pretty beefy.
We're back live. So we've had a lot of new information dropped in what is kind of the first half of this game. It's up to you guys where we go from here. If there's anything else you want to take care of, I'd say maybe a couple of days past the 10-day have passed. So, you definitely have time for shopping, things you need. And I'm sorry, I had forgotten. You had requested of Jacra.
Oh, we asked her to look into making an anti-petrification potion or something like that, and she said that doesn't exist. And we're like, well, any
stone
help
flesh.
is good.
Yeah. But I think you guys had chosen some other potions you were hoping they might procure for you.
Yeah, you said we could get 2 with the money we had from the gems that we handed over.
Yeah.
Great.
And I don't know if we really decided on concretely what we wanted, but I know we already have some healing potions. I got 3 on me right now, which is pretty good. I would not mind a potion of invulnerability, which is you don't go invulnerable, you just get resistance to all damage for a minute or something like that. And then maybe flying potion or something that is useful utility wise.
Yeah, I think you and Joel had kind of decided on a couple last time. Did I have that right?
I believe we talked about it, but then I completely forgot what I would purchase.
Okay. Whatever you guys like, she will have worked up for you, by the end of the 10-day. She explains that the only thing that she can think of making this Eye of the Basilisk, making from that is a potion or a poison that will petrify, unfortunately. So she's not able to come up with a cure. She says that you'll probably need a very powerful cleric to return Jacra.
Sokel?
Perhaps Sokel.
Well, that sucks. At least before we leave, I would like to go to the bookshop that I defended during the raid that we
Gildor's
had.
Books.
Yeah, I'm gonna speak to my good friend Gildor. That's how you say his name. And I'm just kind of knock on the door, wait to see if I hear any shuffling around.
Yes, he welcomes you in. Absolutely. He's
Oh,
happy to
hey.
see you.
Kind of had a breakthrough on a bunch of information, and you got a lot of books in here. So I was wondering, maybe immediately. Maybe we have to hit the books and find out. I was wondering if you could do me this favor. Do you have anything on really ancient history? I'm looking for 2 names in particular. One is Lunar and the other is Reynold. Does it still spark any memories?
He knows that Lunar is the moon.
Anything about Reynold? I know it's a shot in the dark. I'm not expecting really a good answer.
You said from ancient history. What era?
I believe it's it was when Lunar went into the sky.
What is he known for?
He's a dragon watcher. He used to watch dragons and do a bunch of political stuff with them, make sure they don't fight, I think.
Gildor says that he will look into it. He does have many books on ancient history.
I appreciate you so much. I'll be staying at the Black Onyx, or the Temple of the Mother. If you find out anything, please let me know. I'll come find you before I leave if you don't reach me, I really do appreciate this. Thank you so much. And I'm just gonna like bow and leave, and I'm gonna go buy a tea set. I'm gonna go buy a teapot, some teacups, and some tea to bring with me. It's probably gonna get shattered to bits, but I'll get some.
If I could, Ben, before we go, I'd like to. Never really had a chance to talk to Kevin while we were. Yeah, probably did, but we were kind of, in the throes of battle and other things. It wasn't really a calm moment to discuss things with him. But I'd like to talk to him a bit about Desperado, because he wasn't with us when we met. Or sorry, when we met Silverado. Yeah.
Talk about me.
Desperado, yeah, but because I know he spent some time with Silverado, and I thought that maybe he might know why Silverado has lost his memory or is the way that he is.
Well, Silverado disappeared when the Trident went to essentially save Dunlop in the valley. They say that something saved him. I think it was the mother.
And you never saw him after that time?
No. The first that I heard of him is you said that he was in Lady Jude's court.
He was, and it was him, but he didn't know who I was, or he didn't have any recollection of his past life, or his life, as we would say it. I had a diary of his that was given to me I had some correspondence with Dunlop, and he had sent to me. Pardon me. So I left that with him in hopes that might jog his memory, but I just wondered if you might have known why he was the way he was.
I would not be surprised if his mind was broken, because he fought beside Dunsmere. He fought the world beast for Dunsmere for a short time to give the dwarf a rest, to give him a break. And the legend says that Dunsmere hoped that someday Silverado would join him to fight the world beast.
Is it possible that his spiritual self is still there, but his physical self is in the Fey realm, and could that be why he doesn't seem to be who he is? Is it possible that he is there now?
Well, he did come back from that, but perhaps the other horrors that he suffered, as far as when he fought beside Dunsmere, he actually came back from that. I think it was a time when Vincent or Rowan saved his life.
Aye.
But he was buried beneath a mountain, and everybody was sure that he and the rest of the Trident were dead. And that's why the mountains were raised into the air. Where he went after that, there's the deep sea. Perhaps he drifted so far down that he drifted into another realm. I don't know.
Well, I thank you for that. I will keep looking. It is a goal of mine to hopefully, at least, if anything, return him to the school he started, and allow him to carry on the work that he was doing when he was on Gira.
I wonder if he's still in town or where he's gone.
He was in Lady Jude's court. I don't know where he went from there. We left him there during a banquet of sorts.
Well, all of the rest of the fairies seem to have left. I wonder if he left with them or on his own.
All right, I will definitely be keeping a look. At the time I wasn't in a good frame of mind. I just had my hand removed by a tricksy Fae, so I wasn't quite in the proper state to really to discuss with Silverado as I would have liked, and I can only hope that I'll come across him again.
But you said that you returned a book to him.
I did. It was a diary that he had been keeping. He was known to write down the exploits of him and his group. That's
I
basically
think he
how
wrote
I knew
down
to
the
come
name of
this
every
way.
person that he had ever met.
Pardon? Sorry?
I think he wrote down the name of every person he had ever met.
That he did. Yes, he did. So my hope was that that might jog his memory if he was to read his own words, so to speak.
Well,
I thank you.
I hope that we find him again.
Ben, me too. It's that is why I'm here. Although there are other things pressing, but ultimately my goal is to find him and bring him back his true self. Nonetheless, and I also just want to apologize to you. I did not mean to put you in any danger coming back here. Sometimes my own naivety can get in the way of what maybe we should be doing. But you are safe, and your secret is safe, as I hope you know.
Well, that's quite all right. I came here of my own accord. But, what you were telling me about the ATK, I've been thinking about. You mentioned how they keep going on missions where they don't have the proper forces to, hold whatever ground they take. I thought, and I know that you have a lot on your plate and you all have your own goals, but I thought that, if I could regain my standing with the ATK, then you would be even more powerful to have us as allies. And I thought that a way to do that is maybe we follow one of these excursions, one of these missions, and perhaps we aid them so that they know that my heart is in the right place and I can reveal myself to them. Maybe a way to gain their favor back.
I like that. That is a sound plan, because to be quite frank, it pains me to know that they are just they are waiting for the inevitable, being that the mountain will be sucked into the Fey realm, and they are not trying to overthrow this Lady Jude or even help the elves. Seems like they are fighting with the elves in some cases, because they share the same goals in fortifying their own stanchion here, but without actually trying to stop what is happening.
And Krim, despicable as he is a wise commander. It doesn't make sense to me that he would just throw away the lives of soldiers in this manner. I think there's something more to it.
Is it possible that he is happy to lose soldiers, that they may be raised with these other the master's armies in this Shokar? Is it possible that he is not really concerned with his own men, but maybe behind the scenes, maybe working with them?
I had not thought of that, but it is worth considering. Shakharn, the great betrayer.
Aye, yes. And there is rumblings that Krim is not I don't know what the word I should use. Is something of an imposter himself.
Yes, I've heard these rumors.
I think your plan is sound. If you were to gain your command again, then we might be able to join our forces and try and overthrow the other side before they are able to pull the mountain into the Fey realm and really give the queen the power that she so desires. Perhaps we can even save the Lady Gwynistry and turn the tide.
Yes, and I care for the ATK. Corrupt though their leadership might be, many of them are friends of mine, so
I
would like to have their trust back.
I think this is a sound plan. Obviously I can't speak for my friends, but perhaps we should bring it to them, and I'm assuming you would still want to remain under your disguise until a time when you feel fit to reveal yourself.
Yes, I would not reveal my identity. until the time was right. But I would certainly join the group of you. Why don't we wait till they come back to the temple, and we could have everybody reconvene at the temple, so you're all are essentially, in private with Commander Hawkins, and he and Desperado might propose to you what they have been talking about. That being going to the crater where these freshly revealed sources are, in order to aid a small contingent of the ATK, perhaps in taking one of them.
Do we know what they're fighting? What they're going up against? Is it just like demons and devils and stuff, or is it like other forces?
Well, to my knowledge, there are others trying to vying for the same sources, such as the giants and the army of the undead as well. But no doubt there are powers that hold these sources now, or before any of these factions, seek to take them from them. There are elves and dwarves that live below the surface of the world, of course. Many of these places must have belonged to them before the mountain was raised. I don't know how many would have survived, such a catastrophic event, but...
Well, I'm not wholly against it because, no offense, but the ATK are kind of like, I don't think they're too great right now. They've been a little bit mean. They go off and do stuff, and they leave people behind, and then they're vulnerable. But if we were to help them, and in turn help you, and then you would, be back in command or what have you, have pull or power, I'd be a lot more relieved that this army faction would be doing good, or would be doing, well for themselves, and they wouldn't be falling into a pit of, self-induced damage and sacrifice that doesn't need to be made. Because say all you want about a soldier, they're still a person, and all these people that are just being sent to die in a pit underneath a mountain that's floating in the sky, that kind of sucks, bad.
Yes, many of them were my friends, as I told Desperado. And of course, if we're able to take a source, some ownership of that would belong to the group of you.
Well, what would that even be like? Do I get powers?
You could.
Like a magic? Sick. I like some magic.
Magic of sorts. Yes, absolutely. It's
like to cast a spell.
It's kind of like what a lair is to a dragon or a hag.
Oh.
And in doing this, we might also be able to send the fallen back to the mother and then save them from joining the Master's army as well. I know that's in doing so, we could endeavor to weaken is it Shokar and his followers. By weakening the followers, we are weakening their deity, I guess you would say.
Yes.
Desperate. You mentioned this bean place. What's going on with this bean place?
That's a settlement of the of Gwedestree's loyalists. It is over near. We kind of we're near there actually. It's over near the farms, to the west of us.
Okay. Who's to say there couldn't be a little alliance? ATK, Gwenestree, balance the region.
Well, there is a little bit of friction there because the elves and the ATK are kind of fighting over the same sources. So
that's right.
In doing that, they are actually in contention with one another. But
that's correct.
Who's to say that a truce can't be found?
Better them two than anyone else.
There is a common enemy too in the Bugaisha, so.
Aye.
All right. Well, that's not a bad idea. I make it clear I don't object to following the troops and helping them out. And I also don't object to going to the Bean Town place and talk to some cool elves.
I think there is value in telling them about what we know of Gwynistry being held by the giants and what the Lady Jude is trying to do.
I think if they don't know, they would love to know, and it would only make us better in their eyes. And if they already do know, then maybe it seems like we're trying to help.
And if we had an APK soldier with us, that might help bridge that gap, towards an alliance. Yeah, I think that's a sound plan. I like Kevin's idea though too. I would prefer him to retain his command as opposed to these ones that we know are, not.
I think I can do
not
more
doing
from
what I would
within.
expect them to do.
Yes, I think I can do more from within the ranks of the ATK than I can hiding in Sokel's temple, lovely though it is.
Aye.
Well,
so we grab some provisions and are we back on the road, my friends?
I got a librarian, a bookshop guy trying to figure out some stuff about two names that came up, and I told him to get back to me. I'm gonna visit him before we leave, of course, no matter what. See what he's learned. I might want to ask Sokel about this stuff too, because I mean she's a cleric. That seems like ancient history stuff. She's got a god. Maybe I can talk to her god. That's easy, right? You just say and they respond, and it's easy. I mean, you do it, Desperado. You do it all the time.
Well, Valindra is not a god. She's just a spirit that lives in the Dunsmuir Lake. But nonetheless, I do commune with her. Yeah.
That sounds like a god.
Sokel is at hand if you wish to speak with her, Durian.
I just gave her the same spiel that I gave the bookshop guy. Just be like, hey, I got these two names. I got Lunar and I got Reynald. Do you know anything about them? It's ancient history, rough time period.
She mentions the Order of the Horde and that the dragons, the Order of Dragons, is prominent on the peak of Mount Sagintha. Perhaps there is information there.
That's so. How far is that mountain? Roughly?
Well, several days travel in good weather.
In good weather.
Yes, far to the west, north of Dunlop Tavern.
So you're telling me I passed by it on the way here? Oh, it's okay.
I suppose so.
I couldn't have known. Well, thank you, Sokel. That's actually immensely helpful. Like, very much so. I appreciate it.
Very good. Gildor says that he has found mention of Reynald's story, but he will need to cross-reference and find some of more books that he has lent out that he believes has more information in them for you.
Okay. Well, do you know when the next movement is, Kevin? Are people shipping out to go to that crater?
I don't, but I know that some of the soldiers at Station 8, the ones we ran into on the hill, they must be loyal enough not to have mentioned my name because nobody's come looking for me as far as I know. I thought that Chantia's Bean Garden is quite close to Station 8. Perhaps I would try to pop in there while you handle your business at the Bean Garden.
Okay, and I guess, is that what we want to do, guys? Just hop on down to a nice old bean garden, talk to some people while they're overseeing a settlement of undead things, I think. Bit weird, but hey, I can't say anything. Alright, not my people. All cool.
I think that's a good plan, yeah. I might just get some replenish some of my food stock so that I might cook us a meal on the way. But
Very good.
Ben, how much did you say each potion was? I'm sorry.
I think it was. We had 70 gold pieces of like gems, and we were able to get 2 potions, so it was like 35 each, I think. And
Yeah,
then like
that
the
sounds
hill
right.
giant potions were like more expensive because the rarity goes up.
I'm gonna spend almost all my gold to get 2. I'm gonna get 2 potions of speed.
Okay, very nice.
I
I'm at
will.
1 gold.
Penniless.
Not for long.
What does the oil of etherealness do again? I remember this being a thing.
It lets you cast etherealness, so you can go through walls.
Oh. I see.
It just takes a long time to like put it on yourself.
Takes 10 minutes.
So if you guys have taken up the supplies that you need to head out, then are we hitting the road?
I think that's I think so.
I
might just get like some like carrots and cabbage and maybe a few loaves of bread then. That I might cook something other than trail rations on the road for us.
Okay, very good.
I think for the lack of other options, I'm going to spend the 70 gold that was provided via gems on a potion of invulnerability and a potion of flying. And then with my own money, leaving me with 3 gold, so poor, I'm going to buy a oil of etherealness. And I'm going to keep the potion of invulnerability on me and the oil, but I'll offer up the flying potion to whoever. If anyone has trouble getting close in combat or thinks it'll be useful at one point in time just to go fly up somewhere, I think it'd just be good to have. I don't know who should carry it though, is the thing.
Commander Hawkins suggests, I think that we should avoid Open Hand Avenue, the main road into the town, and go west and then north along the forest to avoid the heart of the city.
That sounds like a sound plan. Yeah. And that's the way we came in. That at least we're familiar with that pathway out.
Yes. So you guys leave Riverside early in the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the bookshop guy know that I'm leaving, and then whatever he finds out, I'll come to him after I get back.
Okay.
If I get back, if I live.
Chris, I think I have you muted as well. As you guys leave Riverside and you venture into the greater city, walking west along the trail, you feel the heaviness of the shadow hanging off of the floating mountain. It feels like a wet towel draped over your head and shoulders. And you're familiar with this path. As you travel, you hear the distant baying of hounds. Will you guys make perception checks for me, please? And Edward, you should be at advantage, I believe.
If I can smell it, then yes.
Oh, I apologize. I was thinking here, so okay, my mistake.
Wait, let me check.
I remember
it's
that
hearing
from-
or smell.
Oh, cool, nice.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he's a dog.
And I get advantage from my my shield.
Okay.
19 for me.
Wow.
16.
10 with advantage.
What I rolled there.
Rolled 2
22.
5s.
With this distant baying, this howling, it sounds mostly like the howl of a wolf, but deeper. And you also hear the agony of a human scream or shriek within the howl as one voice together.
I look to Edward. You good? Are you okay?
That's not me.
That's not you?
Did it sound male or female, Ben, or just indistinct humanoid scream?
Male, as though they're in great agony.
I'm not sure that you guys might keep up, but I might speed up I would be mounted on my my elk steed, and I might try and pick up my pace to try and get there as quick as possible, or at least get in range to see what the sound is coming from.
I'll take off behind him.
I'll move. I'll beat feet.
Okay. I imagine Desperado is the quickest then on his mount.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'd probably be right behind him.
You periodically you hear this this terrible banging sound, and the shrieks echo through the corridor of trees. Desperado, as you round a bend, you've lost sight of your companions, and you hear one of these voices, this howling and shrieking, very close, and a large, girthy beast breaks through the tree line. This thing is at least 5 feet tall. It has a strange head and face upon a neck. The best way to think of this is it looks somewhat like a hound, but with the facial features that somewhat resemble those of a human, and a much more a neck that can move much more freely. And you see the head of this creature turn towards you. It must weigh 400 or 500 pounds at least. And as it looks at you, it shrieks balefully. And will you all please make wisdom saving throws?
Ben, are we fighting the thing from the thing?
Oops. Still have a bless on there for some reason,
Kind
so
of.
ignore that. That's a 14 from Edward.
Okay.
So it's 14 from me.
It's a dirty 20.
I'm gonna use a luck point to roll this at advantage.
That's probably smart.
Smart man, yeah.
Oh. Ooh, poor Peter.
Yeah, not great.
You hate to see it.
It's a 7.
So the group of you are rushing after Desperado, and Peter, you do become frightened, effectively, as the terror of this shrieking grips you. But still curious enough to continue in the direction you're going. It's kind of strange the way this frightened effect takes hold.
I'm scared. I gotta get closer.
I'm scared that I can't see enough.
It's because I have Brave, that's why.
It's like a train wreck, you just gotta watch it. Like, this is horrible. I should
Oh
not
yeah,
be
don't you have
watching.
advantage against being frightened already?
Doesn't that just mean I just didn't use a luck point?
Yeah,
I
I mean
would
it
say
still
so.
happens, but you would save the luck point though, because isn't that a halfling thing?
Yeah, I do. I have advantage against
Be scared?
frightened.
That's the first time I've seen that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a halfling thing.
I forget about it.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I need to re-explain your state of being frightened. So, terror has gripped you in the sense that you do not want to move closer to explore the source of this. I'm sorry. They have two tiers of what's going on here. And so as terror grips you, you kind of freeze in the middle of the path here. And if you guys would all please roll initiative. And who's second quickest?
I have 40 feet of movement. But a
just have
bad
30.
initiative roll.
30. Okay. And then Peter would be
25, because he's a little
Oops,
halfling boy.
I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry. But I mean, it's the same
Reroll initiative.
bonus.
Yes.
So
Yes, please.
Hey, look at you. That's it, Peter.
So scared.
Yeah, I just want to get out of here.
Just gonna book it immediately.
Good thing I got those potions of speed. That'll help.
I hit dexterity instead of initiative for some reason. I don't know why. But it's the same bonus.
Okay.
And my dex is an 18, so Desperado and I are fully tied. Got two Dexy boys over here.
I don't know what that's like.
Well, you should join us.
So Peter, you can act first, but you may not willingly move closer or further down the trail.
How far am I from this creature?
You can't yet see it. You have lost sight of Desperado, who has gone around a bend in the path.
Okay. But I cannot move towards Desperado either, right?
Right. I would have you last in line, essentially.
I was gonna say, is it based off sound, or how was I affected?
Yes, these shrieks and the howling have stricken you.
In that case, do I know the direction that the shrieks came from?
Yes, further up the trail.
Okay, hear me out, Ben. Crazy idea.
Okay.
I want to throw a fireball in that general direction.
Where's Peter? Ah! He fireballed us.
It's the most Joel thing I've ever heard.
I saw my friend go around the corner, so I know generally where he is. He's not trying to hide himself from me. And I heard a sound that caused me to go into a fear state. I think it is very reasonable to say I'm going to throw a fireball in that general direction.
What's the range of your fireball?
Fireball.
100, I believe 150 feet.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. How far away from you are you throwing the fireball?
Wherever I heard that sound coming from. I mean, it's clearly not trying to hide itself.
Okay, make a perception check, please.
Okay. For this, I am going to use a luck point.
Yeah, you're gonna need some luck for this one.
Yeah.
Blindly throwing a fireball in the direction that we're running.
20 foot radius, so if I'm even like remotely close, it should be okay.
The 150-foot range.
Perception.
Boy, oh boy.
You're going to need to make a strong perception check to effectively hit this target.
You got it.
Yeah.
Just roll a nat 20. I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. I'm going to use another ability of mine.
Another.
Okay. Your roll was a 10. Okay.
Give me 1 second. It's a new one. That's why. Is it all the way? Yes, it is. Magical guidance.
Hmm. Oh.
So I'm going to expend a sorcery point as well.
Okay.
To try to reroll.
Reroll that d20.
Okay. Come on.
Roll that beautiful die footage.
Higher than a 10.
Oh my god. Are
Wow.
you kidding me?
That's what I told you to do the first time.
I took him 3 rolls.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
A luck point and a sorcery point
Oh,
later.
I went all
highest you
out,
can get.
man. I used all my luck.
Okay.
Ben hates that so much.
It really does, apparently.
Balance.
Okay, an effective
Oh,
save.
good job.
But go ahead and roll your damage as you cast. I mean, don't you need line of sight for fireball though? I'm sorry.
I can land it in a
Oh, a
space
point
in an
within
area.
range. Okay.
Yeah, point you choose within a range.
Doesn't
Wow.
specifically say.
Oh my goodness, not a point
Dude,
that you
fireball's
can see.
so OP.
Oh goodness. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm also gonna use another sorcery point, Ben.
Okay.
To reroll some of those dice.
All right.
So I can reroll up to 4. So
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll the. Let's see. I'm gonna
1, 2,
reroll
2, and
those-
3.
Yeah. So that
2, 2.
1, 2, 2, and 3. So another 46.
So 20 plus whatever this is.
It's better.
There you go. So 30
So
instead
30.
of 28.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Uh,
15 though, because he made it safe.
Yeah, yeah. Super made it save, one would say.
Ben's pulling out the character sheet, going evasion. Okay.
0 damage, actually.
Okay, so I'm sorry. You re-rolled 4.
You
of
roll-
these?
1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2, 2, and 3
From the first roll.
from the first roll.
Okay, so it only increases the damage. Well,
By
okay, so
2.
we'll go in order: 1, 2, 2, and 3.
Just add that up and minus that from whatever the original roll was. We're doing math right now.
My
It's
gosh. I think it
It is
increases your
30
damage
total.
by 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm sorry if I missed that. Okay.
yes, that is correct.
It wasn't a great
goodness.
roll on the second
Yeah.
one either.
When something.
So, Desperado, on the trail before you, a fireball erupts around what you recognize as Lady Jude's, one of her Yeth hounds.
Oh.
One of the beasts that were at her side in the Feywild.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Just watch Peter just call a shot like in baseball. Is like pointing through the trees and throws a little fireball up and swings
Listen,
it through.
we all know I'm going down in 2 rounds. I gotta make it count.
So,
Yeah,
so as
you're-
far as the distance is concerned, from this first Yeth hound that has appeared, Peter is 120 feet. Desperado is 50 feet. Edward is 90 feet. Durian is...
I'm like 10 feet behind him
I'm
because
sorry.
I have...
Edward is 80 feet. Durian, you're 65 feet away.
Okay.
So you guys remember those numbers. Okay.
60 feet away.
So Peter's dropped this fireball in front of you, Desperado, and now it is your turn. Again, the creature's 50 feet ahead of you on the edge of the tree line.
Do I still hear like shrieking of a human person being ravaged or just like whimpering or?
So when this creature stepped into the open and it shrieked, both of those sounds came out as one voice from this creature. So it is actually the howling of this creature that sounds like the agonized human.
Okay, so I get the impression there is no person in distress.
That's right.
Okay. So from atop my mount, I'll lower my shield and ready my bow and try and get a couple of shots off at it with my bow, and then I'll direct my mount to I'll move back towards where my friends are, hoping to drawing it back to where my group is.
Sure.
Is that cool? Yeah. All right, here we go. Two shots with my bow. I'll ignore the bless. So it's a 16 and an 18 to hit.
We'll hit.
Oh, nice.
Both.
Okay. That's going to be 14 piercing damage. Then I should mark down the movement of an elk. I believe they have 40 feet of movement. It might be 50, but I'll direct it to move. I'll just have my mount back up 40 or 50 feet towards where my friends are.
Speed's
Okay.
50 feet.
It's 50? There you go. Okay, thank you. Or
So,
even I'll just kind of get in line with where I think
Durian is
the
50.
closest was.
Durian is
Oh,
15
Durian was
feet
closest?
behind you. So if you want to just retreat to him, then you'll just need to move back about 15 feet.
I'll do that, and then I'll use my movement and dismount.
Okay. Very good. And after Desperado is Edward. Edward, you are 80 feet from this creature for the sake of mechanics and whatnot.
I think.
It's not
Did you say
in sight
something
yet,
about?
though. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna finish. Do I have enough movement to like get around the corner so I can at least see what's going on?
Yes. Yeah. You rush to the bend in the path, and you see this horrific creature.
Okay. And I thought you said something a minute ago about like the first one. Are they both there that we can see?
There is one creature that is visible that has appeared on the edge of the wood.
Okay. All right. Well, we better get prepped then. I am going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and transform. So,
after moving to where this creature can see you?
Yes, yeah, because
Okay.
I wouldn't shift until I knew what was around the corner. So once I get around there and see the threat, then I'll transform.
Cool.
And I don't know, how close do I have to be to trigger the new thing?
It just needs to see you. So if you can focus on one creature when you make your shift, kind of like marking it or essentially.
Okay. But right now that's the only one I can see.
Right. Yeah. So then make your intimidation check as you do your shift, and then that's the DC that this creature will try to beat to no longer be frightened.
Yeah, beat that.
Beat it 3. Okay.
DC
So
3.
It is initially frightened, and then it will make this save at the end of its turn.
Okay. And then it's my action to transform, and then for my bonus action, I will go ahead and activate my my Rite of the Frozen. So I will take my right damage for that, which is going to be
always
low
max.
money. God,
You always max that out, Chris.
I do, man.
You want high number on dice, right? That's the whole game.
Seriously.
You're just a masochist. That's all.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So he digs in real deep with this one. There's a little splurt out as he does it.
Oh, hit a vein.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
that's the turn. That's all I can do for now.
Okay. So Edward, you're side by side now with, you've gone. Sorry, doing my maths. You have gone a bit in front of Desperado and Durian. They're just out of view of this creature as Desperado retreated to be side by side with Durian. You kind of rush forward, in that sense.
Like I do, like a good tank.
Oh no!
I was trying to be a dope on a rope for you, but it doesn't seem to follow.
Take
us
my
yet.
You just haven't gotten.
Trying to take my role.
I'm the off tank. It's your main.
Look,
you're still main.
It could be both tanks, okay?
You're still
I don't
main.
mind.
Yeah.
We can both be tank. No off tank and this or that. We can both be tanks. I just like to be informed first, is all.
You guys are both tanks. It's all good. Nobody's better at tanking than everyone else. We're all both
This
tanking
is
people.
a tough position.
That is
for this
not
creature.
true.
The creature
is frightened.
It is.
Ben says
Well,
solemnly.
so I'm sorry. It's not the frightened effect. It's a different effect that I spelled out for Chris. That's known as that we could call terror or something else.
Homebrew frightened.
Yeah, exactly.
Bookie.
So he can move forward and attack, but if he is that afraid and already bloodied, and I think that this creature snorts and lets out a quick chirping shriek as it retreats back into the dense wooded forest here, disappearing from sight, although no doubt lurking nearby. And as that happens, Peter, behind you, you hear the breaking of brambles in the bush and large, heavy footfalls. And to the side of the path where you are, you see one of these grotesque beasts. Again, the somewhat humanoid face on the body of something larger than a dire wolf. And as its head comes out, it does shriek. And please, since the rest of you have succeeded on this save, you don't need to make the save again. But Peter, will you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Is this a fear effect?
Yes.
I will have advantage because of brave. Wisdom.
Hey, that boy's wise.
A little better. A little better.
Nice.
Better than a 7.
Sure. You have the residual fear of the first creature, but that will end at the end of this turn. The second shriek or howl has not had the same effect on you, but this large creature barrels forward, rushing at you from out of the trees. And as it approaches, it opens its face-like jaw or human-like jaw and tries to bite you.
Okay.
With a 9.
That will not do.
I suppose not. In response to this second howl and shriek, there is a third that comes from within the forest. And because you have all succeeded on this save, there's no need to make this save. But you can sense that there's a third of these creatures out there in the forest. Next is Durian.
How far is the hound that went to go bite Peter from me?
Peter was
50
120 feet away. We were 50 feet away.
He's 55 feet from you, Durian.
55 feet. I will. I'm gonna use my movement. I'm going to Adrenaline Rush as a bonus action, to dash as a bonus action, to get up close to this creature so I can get all the way.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, hey, that's my little guy. Don't hit him. Because I'm not angry. I'm not raging. And then I'm going to.
You're still, hey, buddy.
I was like, hey, get off my little friend.
Durian's just annoyed. He's not actually angry.
I'm not upset.
He's
Too bad.
disappointed.
He's disappointed.
Yeah. And I'm going to take out my shiny new axe that I just been gifted and give it a little test run. On top of that, I guess some temp HP, which we're going to throw on real quick. Just 3 of them. They help. And I'm going to recklessly make 2 attacks at this hound, and I'm going to be taking a penalty of -5 from each of them to potentially add some more damage onto it.
Okay, let's see it.
2 of these, -5 from the highest. So a 14 and a 9.
A 14 will hit.
Okay, so this going to deal 15 plus another 10, 25 damage.
Whoa. Wow.
So I biff it on the second one because I'm still getting used to using a great axe after all this time. So I go, that's the reckless part of it, is I'm using a weapon I didn't really train with for a fat minute. So I'm like, whoa, and I just get a nice good cut and this weird head thing. I say, look, I did it. Oh, Peter, you're not gonna help me, are you? I'm just gonna end my turn.
Wow. Okay. So, Peter, you feel the fear leave you, and you can act now. And Peter, it is your turn.
Peter, it's okay. You can run. I can handle them by myself. Get out of here. Leave.
I'm gonna use. He's like right in front of me, huh?
Yes, this girthy beast, actually at 5 foot, towering over you.
Oh no!
He's gonna eat you, Peter. You must run.
Dang it. Yeah, this kind of blows. I don't have like any spells that I can use in melee. That's the thing.
I have to fireball us both right now. It's
I
the
think
only
it's the
option.
only option.
I understand. I get it. Just do it.
Let's see. Whisper. Yeah, I think the best thing I can do is I'm gonna use one of my where is it? Yeah, I'm gonna use one of my first level spell slots to cast Dissonant Whispers. So if you don't mind giving me a saving throw.
6.
That won't do it, Ben. So it's gonna take it's gonna take 3d6 psychic.
Hey,
That's a pretty decent roll. So that's 12 psychic damage, and it's gonna use its reaction to run away.
Oh my goodness. Okay. It does. It scurries away back into the forest, and you can see it leaving a trail of blood behind it.
And I
effectively
believe
blood.
that gives us both a attack of opportunity, Ben.
Very good.
I will gladly take such a thing. During this turn, it's not my turn anymore. Okay, so it's just a normal attack roll. Give it a good old swing. I don't even know if I can tack on the penalty right now. On your turn, no. Wait, no. Before you make a melee attack with it, yeah, no, I can do it. So I'm gonna do the same attack as before with a penalty. 5.
A 5 will not do it. Peter, do you make an attack of opportunity?
I am going to make an attack of opportunity with my dagger.
Okay.
Peter, I'm missing.
Hi-oh!
You're not missing.
Jeez.
Get him, Peter. You're gonna kill him.
Critical hit.
So I believe with a critical, it's max damage +1, right?
That's right.
So it's gonna be 4 + 4, so 8 damage. It's the same.
Okay.
Same. There you go. See, Chris is right. Like it balances itself.
Yeah, it just avoids the downer of a low roll.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, and do you stick the dagger in him as he runs away, or you keep it in your hand?
Oh, it's just a quick jab.
Okay.
And
Sure.
then I'm going to run away in the opposite direction.
Okay.
I feel like Peter is adept at the shank. Shank him
Yeah,
inside.
he's really good at shanking from below.
Got that
After
angle
Peter-
in his body, right?
After Peter is Desperado. Both of these beasts have disappeared into the woods.
I will say to my companions, try to keep one alive so I can extract information.
And I'm kind of shoulder to shoulder with my friend Edward right now, I think.
I think you're a little bit ahead of me.
Okay, well, I will stow my bow and draw my new rapier and my shield and just move to shoulder to shoulder or back to back with Edward, keeping an eye so that we might not be snuck up on.
Okay. And so as you take up a defensive posture, you hear the baying and howls of these Yeth hounds grow further and further distant from the group of you as they retreat into the forest. Do you give chase, or do you allow them to retreat?
I chase.
If he books it, I'm going after.
I chase. We can't let him go back. Go back and let her know who almost murdered them. No, man, I'm taking off.
Okay.
All right.
Edward,
Werewolf
how
and
much
an
ground
orc.
can you cover?
I mean, I've only got 30 feet of movement. I can dash to get to 60.
I can get to 80 in a turn.
Edward, you can catch up to the Yeth hound, but you need to use more movement than you have, so that you will not have an action left over. But this Yeth hound that was closer to you on the path, the one that attacked Peter from behind, you can catch up to easily enough.
Okay. Yeah, I'll chase it down then. Just
okay.
Running through the woods like full like feral form, just like hopping off a tree tree stumps and stuff. Like
Okay. The creature turns as you catch it and goes to bite you, Edward. An 8. Okay.
Okay.
Durian is next.
I'm running after the werewolf. It's very much a primal thing for him, the werewolf, to like chase after something that's running away. And it's very much a primal thing for Durian to just like chase something that's running and be like, oh, hunt, and I'm just gonna like just run off into the forest.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely. You're able to catch up.
And much as he jumped off a tree stump as he got into melee, I'm going to just like jump through a bush with my axe in the air, and I'm going to recklessly attack twice with the penalty to see if I can just finish this guy off.
Very good.
Oh,
hiya!
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my
What?
god!
Money crit. Very
Oh
cool.
my god! Okay, so is this thing bloodied, Ben?
Oh my
It is.
gosh.
It is
I'm
bloody.
gonna use a charge. So I have it set up. This is normal damage. This is 18 damage on top just for critting, and then another 2d10 on top. Am I gonna roll those, or is it just gonna be maxed out as well?
It would just be 11, right? Max plus 1.
Or it'd be another 11.
Oh, wait,
I'll leave
no.
it up. So I know,
it'd be max, so
Yeah,
that
you're
is
right,
a total of 29. Oh, what am I talking about? 39 damage on a hit
not
because I'm adding the
max. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Crap.
okay, so it's 18 plus the 2d10 max, it's 21. So that's 40 plus another 10 from the penalty, making it 50 damage
Oh my goodness.
in a hit. So I just coming out of a bush with my axe raised up over my arms, and I just chop it right in the head. And if you want me to, just another 19 on there as well.
Sure, you split the creature's skull, it slumps over, falls upon the ground, slain.
Just kind of get a wild look and look at Edward in the eyes, like, we gotta go after the other two, and I'm just gonna run off into the woods more.
Sure,
I don't know if
give
I'm gonna be able to
chase,
find him.
But you're unable to catch up with the other two of these creatures. You were able to capture the one and slay it. The other two are lost in the forest in the amount of time that it took you to continue fighting, and they have traveled too far.
I'm gonna. Wow, that was crazy. Oh my god, I did that to that poor hound. I'm just gonna grab it and pull it with me into the road where we were at.
Okay.
And just deposit it at the floor. I was like, okay, there you go. There's a wolf.
Peter and Desperado, you know that it is likely that Lady Jude created these Yeth hounds, but it is very common for the creator of a Yeth hound to give it as a gift, as a favor, a gift to another, that then becomes that Yeth hound's controller or master.
Interesting. Okay.
So, do with that information what you will.
Did we see at least which general direction they went to on the map?
Yes. I would have you guys having traveled to this point I'm indicating, and then they ran north into the woods.
The direction we are traveling.
More or less, yeah.
I have a feeling we'll come across them again.
I suspected for once that maybe the Lady Jude was just sending a message for us not completing, what we said to do, but maybe this is not the case at all.
Yeah, I thought that too, but
yeah,
didn't really seem to get punished at all.
Well done, my friends. Is everyone? Are you okay over there, Edward?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You okay, Peter?
You see me like cleaning the blood off of my dagger.
You did really well.
Hey.
Edward is staring at the corpse of the hound, and feels weird, salivating a little bit. He kind of shakes it off.
Well done, my friends. Keep an eye. It seems that we are traveling in the direction that they retreated to. With any luck, we'll see them again.
Ben, can I take the head as a trophy?
Yes. Commander Hawkins catches up as you're severing this beast's head. Oh, I'm sorry, I just stepped off the path to take a leak. What happened?
Okay.
Tyrion,
it's a bladder problem, you know.
Tyrion hit the thing with his axe and somehow cut it into 4 pieces with one swing.
It was quite. Hey, all right, Kevin. I show the axe. It's like a lot of blood on it. It's like, this did amazing. Thank you very much.
He approves. That's where we'll end the adventure for tonight. We'll wrap it up here, and then next game continue your quest to Shantia's Bean Garden, with Commander Hawken intending to, continue past that to Station 8. He has suggested that he go alone while you guys tend to whatever business you might be able to at the Bean Garden. So, until next time, the adventure continues.
Ben,